What if the law you've always kind of feared wasn't actually canceled? What if it was fulfilled in a way that, well, it gets right to the deepest parts of our hearts?
I mean, what if everything you've ever been told Jesus came to destroy, he actually came to complete?
You know, Jesus once said something that completely rocked the religious world of his day. I mean, it sent shockwaves. He said, I did not come to destroy the law or the prophets, but to fulfill them. And honestly, those words still echo with so much power today. And you know what? They're shocking. They're shocking because they challenge everybody. The super religious person and the person who's just kind of casually believing. So let's dig into this. Why was this statement so revolutionary? Okay, so to really feel the weight of what Jesus was saying, we've got to travel back in time. Come on, picture ancient Israel with me for a second. Think about it. Stone streets, dusty sandals kicking up the dirt, people carrying these precious scrolls of the law under their arms. See, this wasn't just some old religious book. No way. It was the very fabric of their society. The law of Moses, I mean, it literally shaped everything about their daily lives. We're talking about how they worshiped, their entire system of justice, rules for staying clean, the very definition of sin, and of course, the sacrifices you had to make to get right with God. It was all encompassing. Now, don't get me wrong, the law itself was holy. It was a gift from God. But over hundreds of years, it had become heavy. You had religious leaders who built all these extra fences around the law, piling rules on top of rules, traditions on top of commands. So on the outside, yeah, it looked super impressive, this outward holiness. But on the inside, so many hearts were just empty and completely burdened. And it's right into that world that Jesus steps onto a mountainside, and the words he speaks, they cut right to the core of the whole issue. He starts talking about the righteousness of the heart. You see, here's the thing we often miss. The law was never meant to be a ladder you could climb to earn your way to God. Not at all. It was meant to be more like a perfect mirror that showed humanity its own broken reflection, that showed every single one of us how desperately we need a savior. So look at this comparison. It's fascinating, right? On one side, you have the Pharisees' righteousness. It's all about what people can see on the outside. You know, impressive rule keeping, this kind of surface level purity. But then there's the kingdom righteousness that Jesus taught. And that was all about the inside. It was about a heart totally surrendered to God, a deep inner purity, a humble posture. Jesus basically raised the standard way beyond just performance. He took it right to the very nature of our hearts. And that right there brings us to the most crucial point of this whole conversation. If we can't possibly meet that standard, well, then how is it met? How in the world does Christ fulfill the law? This is where the beauty of the gospel just shines through. Jesus fulfills the law in two absolutely perfect ways. First, in his life, he lived it out. He obeyed every single command, every requirement, every demand for holiness flawlessly. And second, in his death, he fulfilled it sacrificially. See, the law demanded justice for sin. A penalty had to be paid. And on the cross, Jesus paid that penalty in full. So you see, this is the core truth. Jesus doesn't just erase God's holy standard, not at all. He is the living embodiment of it. The entire Old Testament, all the law, all the prophets, it was all pointing to him. He is the answer. Okay, so what does all this mean for you and me today? Well, understanding this leads us to this incredible, beautiful hope. The hope of a kingdom you don't have to earn. It's one you simply receive. You know, this message is kind of like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it completely dismantles religious pride. Why? Because it shows us that no amount of our own effort can ever meet God's perfect standard. But at the exact same time, it offers this incredible comfort to the broken, to anyone who knows deep down that they fall short. And that's the good news, isn't it? The kingdom of heaven, it's not something you earn through your performance. It's a gift that you simply receive through faith. And what that means is the perfect righteousness God requires isn't something you achieve by trying harder or keeping more rules. It's something that is given to you. It's a gift that becomes yours the moment you place your trust in the one who fulfilled it all for you. So as we start to wrap this up, here's a question I'd love for you to just think about. What does a righteousness that exceeds the Pharisees really mean to you in your life today? Is it still about trying harder and more effort? Or is it about something deeper, something about the heart? Whatever you land on, the ultimate hope, The real anchor for our souls is to stay grounded in the one who fulfilled it all. He is our peace. He is our righteousness, and he is our only way into the kingdom.